Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 12th and final episode of Joshikousei no Mudazukai. And yeah, I'm not exactly happy to be at the end of this one. This was, again, this is one of my favorite shows of the season, so it's not good. It's not good to be ending like this, but it happens. Gotta accept it. Last episode was a good one, definitely. And this is the final episode, so hopefully this could be a good one as well. I don't know how they're gonna, what they're gonna do for the finale of this crazy show, but I guess we'll find out. So let's see. 3, 2, 1, play. Yo. Eduardo just subscribed. You had pretty good time in there, Eduardo. Gazenbu. I really love this opening so much. And of course, Yamai's parts are the best parts, as always. I'm still a little bit tempted to try to sing along with this song, but it'd be so hard to do. So many characters. I will miss them all. Every day. Every day. Every day. You gotta do your moon death cry. Kohaku, of course. Who else would be doing it? Well, Yamai might be doing something like this, but not this time. It's clearly her. Yeah, I know. The show's ending. It's horrible. Oh, what's gonna happen to Baka? Nakama's the name of the episode, huh? Well, guess that's making it tricky. Beats. Yeah, let's not do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, cool. One of the best castles. Only if you promise not to fart. Make a better argument. How? Yeah. Don't throw math at me. You know it's not fair. You're just so gross, aren't you, Baka? Have you? Like I would do it through the box to her head. I don't need to hear about this, Baka. What the heck? uh, that was kind of cute. They just look so comfy. I think we're going in circles. Did I hit the? Did I accidentally rewind? Yeah, it's peaceful. Yeah, but it won't be animated, so it's irrelevant. At least once for the audience. Oh. I guess this might be the thing. Friggin' Baka. Ooh. Can't have that. Then you said better from her Nakama and all that. There's really not anything funny there. Oh, you were the one laughing weirdly earlier, so. Baka, I have bad news for you. Got a little bit of a something. Those legs. Front center in the camera. Oh yeah, I guess that'd also be an issue, wouldn't it? Special. If if only it worked that way. That's not really that reliable of a thing. Like, I think I've heard conflicting stuff on that kind of concept. Well, I guess they were missing a crucial step. Well, I guess our plans just fell apart there, didn't they? You know, sleep is important. Oh, well, I guess we're kind of screwed, aren't we? Yeah, maybe. Well, you either pass or you get held back. It's your choice. Oh, jeez. I guess she's had enough sleep anyway, so. You know, Paisen sounds kind of lewd, if I'm gonna be honest. uh, yeah, don't you know that? Give me a minute. Elementary school science, even a monkey could understand. Harsh. Majime, what's up? Yeah. Oh, wow. Majime might be able to help. Yeah, that's only for, you know, people of average intelligence or above. Yes, Majime, come to the rescue. Studying's what you're good at, so. No, I don't think so. Ah, okay. Love. Of course, gotta be back in German. I love me some boats. That's odd, but okay. I can just imagine. Forget a little too much. I guess that depends how you look at it. Oh, sunlight. Determination. Been a while since I've taken any kind of science class, but I think photosynthesis involves sunlight, doesn't it? Oh. Oof. I can get behind this new relationship of theirs. The, the English, please, or Japanese, anything but whatever this gibberish is. What do you even? I I don't understand what she's trying to say. I mean, I understood some key words there, here and there, but... Oh. Oh, Lolly trying to help. Yeah, not again. You're not gonna do that again. They're not all yours. Don't be soon, Red Lolly. Oh, that's not cool. Little does she know she just improved the flavor. You know, JK spice and all that. Yeah, just making Lolly cry. Lily should be able to make things better, though. He usually does. Oh, I was gonna say, you know, maybe she'd like the extra flavor, but it's Baka we're talking about, so yeah, that's just poison. That was unfortunate. I did not know that. Did not see that plot was coming, where Lily was the real victim of the scene. Yeah, I think I even knew that. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Where do I get that curse? Jeez. Maybe you should, yeah, head off. Don't need a mess in here. Matter of opinion. Good for you. You're a high school student. Studying should not be unfamiliar to you. That would be unfortunate. Yeah, I think she lost it. That would be such a waste. But I think that's might be the case. I think it might be a lost cause. A defective one, clearly. No more bathroom breaks. You better be good at holding it in. Till the test. Yeah. What? Yeah, do you want them to be your Paisens or what? Oh, don't be that way. You were the one that brought up how it was the most valuable thing to be. You can't give up on it now. It was called Joshikousei Mudazukai. You can't just stop. It doesn't work that way. Well, Yamai, what are you thinking? Well, you know, it's really up to her what she wants to do. Oh, now we're finally going to get into the pig. Oh. Yeah, it really is. It's kind of unsettling. Something amazing? Oh. Well said. Well, how it goes. Fine head tilt. And here's our hog farm. Yeah, pigs are not the most pleasant smelling animals. Looking good there, Baka. I think you may have found your life calling. Oh. Did you seriously name the pigs after your friends? That is so messed up. I'm not sure they appreciate this. Please, somebody say something to her. uh, somebody talk to her. Yeah, they're there. Is this better than being a high school girl? I don't think it is. Yeah, you talked about this before, Baka, I remember. Well, pigs will love anyone that gives them food. What about her? Yeah. The pig is not the one talking to you, Baka. The real friend. uh, pigs are not your real friends. And you might as well do the one that's the superior. Yes, well said. Just don't quitting being a high school girl, because that would not be okay. Are you gonna go hug the pigs? Well, it was almost a heartwarming scene. Lucky pig, though. Most pigs don't get that kind of affection on the farm. Oh, whoa. That's a little bit scary, actually. You can't, actually, she can't really see the words, though. It's not as if she's going to absorb the words into her brain. It'll disappear eventually. To give it a month or so, it'll be fine. Can't be good for you to have that much ink on your body, though. Oh, that's torture. Tax evasion. Holy, you look very comfy. Majime, about what you'd expect. Lily, again, about what you'd expect. Don't blow up the place. I do like her room, how it's got that, like, sky view. Yamai. Just friggin' Yamai. Kinda wish I saw that conversation. Buck, are you okay? You don't look okay. Oh, to make a boom, boom. Just read it and shoved it in her mouth. Not even to say anything, really. Okay, so that's what it does. It's a cool bottle, but... Oh, I think she's getting the color back. Jeez. Ooh. Hopefully it did good. Yeah, he just wondering what he walked into. It's a pretty bad nosebleed. Probably. Lighting in this scene. Attention required. Sure she does. Deep down. Why was there two E's at the end of that word? The episode really over? I mean, she didn't even take the test yet, did she? I will definitely become one. I'm really not gonna see the ED visuals though. I finally know where the pig came from. That's unfortunate. Now in our second year already. Okay. I don't think I mistake a wig for a cat, though. Just walks out of class like that. I don't know. Did you? Is this an isekai anime all of a sudden? I I still think there might be a bit of a... Oh yeah, she's not. I didn't notice either. Or maybe you were both, you know, in a different class. Oh, geez, what happened? Maybe there is something to this. So, yeah, wrong class, I guess. It's a bit more reasonable than assuming it's a isekai anime all of a sudden. What is wrong with you, Baka? They're not representative of all second years, don't think of it that way. And the ED music continues. Playing with Lolly's hair. As she reads some girls' magazine, I see Lily attempting to corrupt Lolly. Put on the Yuri path. No tree climbing. Oh no, poor Yamai just ruined her whole day. Maybe her whole life there. At least just high school life. My food. No way, Baka. Don't need you making it smell like pigs. Oh. Well then. uh. Oh wow, that is pretty. Wish I could have walked to school in that kind of environment when I was in high school. You're never too old to do that. Miyu. I'm gonna hope that's a nickname. Well, that's... get a room, you two. Well, oh well. No, she wouldn't do that. Right? You didn't go off and become a thing with that one guy, did you? You could just... Don't just get a headbutt me. Oh, you messed up her hair. What is that laugh? I don't think she's as amused. Or actually, what? What? I wanted to be privy to this secret. I guess I don't get to know. It's quite tragic, actually. So yeah, that was the final episode of Joshikousei no Mudazukai. This episode, the main theme was trying to get Baka to not fail, because she's a bit of a Baka, as her nickname would tell you, and her grades aren't the best, as shocking as it is. So basically, Waseda said straight up, gotta do better, or you're being held back. And that's a really bad thing, because you have friends, they go up to the next grade and you don't. he gets separated from them. Why the title was Nakama, because you gotta stay with them, and that's the thing. So, but the problem is that she's not good at studying. So, what's a poor girl to do when she can't study to save her life, and she loses? And when she does study, she loses it all when she goes to the bathroom. Like, how do you counteract that? Well, one strategy is to just quit, run away, go to a pig farm, name the pigs after your friends, and converse with them as you would your real friends. And what is a very sad, pathetic display to watch. But that's not a good solution. She tried that. She decided it wasn't a good solution. So we went back to school, studied hard, pretty hardcore. Like we had special stuff on the face to keep her focused, and just giving her some questionable beverage that makes her bleed, and just we went through a lot. Went through a lot to get her to just do it. But in the end, she did it. She passed, I guess. Got the second year with everyone else. It definitely tried to kind of fake us out and confuse us a little bit with that, though. Because I was confused, because we had Baka in a class. Like, I want to go back to the scene real quick, just to make sure I get all this right. I mean, before that, we had an interesting scene between, Waseda and Yamai. Because Yamai, kind of a similar position as Baka. He's gotten scolded before and stuff by him. Yeah, so we have what looks like Waseda walking into class 2-2. So that's why this is so confusing, because... And then, we see him continue to walk in there. He, introduces himself, says this is class 2-2. We see all of the people that we would expect to see here. So I'm just kind of going through the scene. Yeah, I think the thing was we were seeing two different classrooms. I think that's what the deal was. That's why I got kind of confused, but that was intentional. Yeah, because when I transitioned from that to Baka, I just assumed we were in the same classroom. That's what threw me off. Because what I thought at first was that she was just, she was held back and she was like not accepting reality of that. And she was just, in a class of first years now. That's why she was in a place where she didn't know anyone. That's kind of what I thought at first. But, no. And yeah, the person next to her looked like Robo, but, it wasn't. I just love everyone just staring at her, which I didn't quite pick up on before. Everyone just staring at her, which is for good reason. She doesn't belong here. I mean, yeah, the uniform's different, which, I really should have picked up on that, but yeah, her uniform definitely looks different than the others. But then again, all the main characters look kind of different. Like, she even looks different from Yamai. But I know there are, like, some differences in uniforms when you go up in a year, which is probably at least that little ribbon thing. Hers is red, theirs is blue. That probably is a change when you go up a year. Bad adventure, I guess. But again, I really don't pay much attention to these kind of things because I'm usually have to watch subtitles. But you gotta love Yamai's theory, though. She just walks in there, is like, huh, something seems off. Clearly, we've transferred to another world, which that's not the solution at all. Eventually, the truth was revealed. We were in the wrong classroom, and we, pulled them back over to ours. But that's an interesting idea, though. One thing I've always kind of wanted in an anime was an isekai anime that took a while to become an isekai anime, because every isekai anime we've ever seen, really, there's been like at most 3 to 5 minutes, if that, of him being in his normal world before he goes into the the parallel world. But I think it would be really interesting if you had an isekai anime where like 6 episodes were just normal slice of life, and then something happens and he gets put into a new world. I think that would be really cool, because then us as the audience would have a bit more of an attachment to his real world. Like whenever he says things like, I miss my old world, I wish I could get back to my friends and family, that would have a little bit more meaning, to it. You kind of empathize with him a bit more. So I think that would be kind of cool if they actually did that, or even more episodes than just 6. But the point is, I think that would be a cool idea. I'm surprised nobody's even really tried to explore that. If there is an example of that out there, let me know, but I can't really think of any off the top of my head. I know it's a bit of a tangent, but I just kind of wanted to talk about that real quick, because it came to mind from that little bit there. Does an anime become an isekai anime during the last couple minutes of the final episode? That would be bold. That would be bold. Yeah, only Baka could go to the wrong class and then not realize it after several minutes. Had to be told that she's in the wrong place. And I liked the little bits we got of everyone here, you know, Lily playing with Lolly's hair. And whatever Lolly's reading, some girls' magazine. Can't tell beyond that. Yeah, Mike getting bullied by not being able to climb the tree anymore. It's tragic. And you gotta love Robo stealing Akane's food as she's trying to protect it from Baka. That was pretty funny. And then the final little scene there with that whole, you know, pun that cannot be eaten pun joke thing that you see in a lot of anime. You know, because pun means bread, and usually the joke is like frying pan is a pan you can't eat, you know, bread you can't eat. I think that's kind of what she was talking about there. It's also bringing in Pansu and all that, just Baka being silly. There's also pandas as well. So that's another pan you could technically eat, but you probably shouldn't. And Pansu you can eat as well, but again, you probably shouldn't. But you know, some anime have made uses magic to make it possible to eat and digest them. At least one comes to mind. And then, you know, just dirty normies walking around. Robo apparently not having the correct reaction to it, and they kind of went off on her. And I just love the little giggle they did after shaking her around a little bit. I'm not sure what that was about, but it was a great laugh. I quite enjoyed it. Even just watching it again, it's still pretty funny, pretty great to watch. But why don't we cut off on that line though? What was she gonna say? High school girls are they gonna say they're secretly lizard people? Or I guess we'll never know. It's tragic. And I'm glad we now finally know where the pig came from in the ED. I just wish we got to see the ED in the episode so I could, you know, finally see it like with complete knowledge of the events. I could technically go back to episode 11 and watch it, I guess, but it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the same. It was interesting, you know, how they acknowledge how quiet it is without Baka, because it is. She's always yelling and being silly, and without that, very different. So, yeah, pretty good final episode for the most part. So, my thoughts on this series as a whole. I really enjoyed it. You know, it's a lot of fun. I compared it to Asobi Asabase, I think, very early on. And, you know, I do think it has some similarities to that, you know, especially in this episode when we had a character talking about farting reminded me of a certain scene in Asobi Asabase where a character straight up farts in another one's face as they hide under a desk together. You know, that was pretty great. But, you know, this scene wasn't quite like that, but reminded me of it. But yeah, pretty crazy, silly show, you know, with a lot of comedy, a lot of wackiness, craziness, very interesting, memorable characters. You know, a lot of fun nicknames for the characters, you know, like Loli and Majo and all that. And yeah, we had a pretty strong, you know, main cast, our three girls. Although Robo might have been the weakest of the cast, just because she's always was in a show full of very eccentric people. I mean, she's eccentric too. But my point is, she's quiet. Like, she doesn't talk a lot. She doesn't, you know, she has her quirks. Like, her whole science, biology thing was kind of her quirk. But, like, she doesn't push events the same way some other characters do. So she kind of felt a little bit, you know, I'm not even sure what I'm trying to say here, but she doesn't stand out as much as a character like Baka does, you know. And even Kane Owota, because she bounces off of Baka so well, you know. She usually has that, you know, Bokeh Tsukomi kind of relationship with her. And Robo usually just kind of sits there by the side as they do their thing, you know, reading or whatever she does. But anyway, still, even with that being said, they are for the most part a pretty strong main cast trio. But then we have an outer ring of amazing characters that also have had a pretty good amount of screen time throughout the show, which is good because you can focus on some of those other characters, some of the side characters, which gives you a bit of a break from the main cast. And usually, you know, side characters you could be a little bit more bold with, you know, what they're like, you know. You don't have to have so many scenes revolve around them. So we have characters like Majime, you know, who's a very serious one. And we have Loli, who's small, you know. We have Lily, who's great, just perfect and everything about her. Majo, Majo's pretty cute. She just likes her dark, occult, weird stuff. Nothing wrong with that. But Yamai, I think it's safe to say Yamai was the most exciting character of the outer ring of characters. Like as much as I love Lily, Yamai really just she made a lot of very fun scenes revolved around her. Like she was an invaluable asset to the show. I mean, she is a Chuny character, and I guess you have to kind of like Chuny characters to enjoy her antics, but I do, so I did. And she's just great, just especially with stuff with Waseda. She always just gave him such a hard time about things. We had so many of those scenes where she sat there like in his office. He tries to get through to her about something, like, hey, this thing you're supposed to fill out. Why didn't you fill it out properly? Well, you see, my dragon clan thingy and blah blah blah. I don't remember all of the things she said, but she would always give these ridiculous answers, and he would just kind of roll with it as best he can. Like his glasses would keep kind of cracking, and to kind of represent his internal like frustration. Like you try not to let it show. He doesn't want to like yell at her or anything. He's just trying to work with her, like go with the flow, trying to guide her to where he's trying to get her, rather than just being like, you stupid Chuny, stop being ridiculous, take this seriously. Like you always try to take that more of a honey rather than vinegar type path with her to try to get her to cooperate, but usually there would become a certain point where he just like, okay, how about I call your parents? And then she's like, oh no, yeah, okay, yeah, that one's fine. But for the most part, he tried to like work with her, which is pretty cool. Like Waseda was throughout the show a very good teacher. Like I very much liked him. I mean, considering this is a show about high school girls, and he's not that at all, he was still a very valuable aspect of the show that I'm very glad was in the show. See, but yeah, a lot of Yamai stuff revolved around him, but she also had a lot of good stuff just by herself. The rap was amazing, but I guess that's also technically involved Waseda, but good stuff. And her just getting stuck in trees because she climbs the trees because she thinks it's so cool and wants to do superhero landings because she thinks it's so cool, and just when she can't do these things properly, it kind of ruins the coolness a bit. Just a bit. Let's see. So that's probably enough talking about Yamai. She was a lot of fun. Loli, she was a very fun character as well. She's obviously, Loli. She's small, cute, very innocent. That's kind of the archetype she's supposed to represent. And sometimes people would take advantage of that naivety and trick her about things, give her false information, like about where babies come from and whatnot. That was always a lot of fun. And just her trying to act all tough and gangster so people won't, look down on her or, whatever. Just, that was always great. Just, and in spite of that, she also tries to protect people that she runs into, like random elementary schoolers that think she's an elementary schooler. That was pretty funny. And of course, all of her stuff with Lily was great as well. Like that one episode in particular, you probably know the one I'm talking about. That was amazing. All the Lily stuff we got was just beautiful. Everything I could have hoped for, really. And her stuff with Baka as well. A lot of that was pretty good as well. Even though Baka does bully her a lot, which is very sad, but there was a lot of funny stuff, especially with the whole like get on my shoulder thing that she would do, and she's like, I'm not gonna do that. Stop it. But that was good. And Lily, another one of my favorites of the side cast. She's just everything I could really want in a character. She's very, very beautiful. She's into girls. She likes to play around, have fun, tease them. Like she's, and also very helpful to Lolly on various things. Like she was great. I really liked her. Also, she's also one of my favorites. So those are my favorites. So, and I like the Kane stuff. She had a real goal that she aspired for that we got to watch her pursue the whole the manga thing, and she did her best. She sometimes ran into little hiccups, and like I remember that stuff where she tried to talk to Robo for help, and she's like, "Huh, these people have some kind of condition where they can't bend their knees or whatever it was." That was pretty funny. Kind of forgot about that until just now as I was thinking about the manga stuff, but that was really funny. And then we saw the whole visual of all of that, all of Robo's interpretations of her manga shortcomings, like a dream sequence of it. That was great. That was really great. But yeah, I definitely want to root for her to do better. I like even at the end of the final episode, they show that whole, I want to be a mangaka, childhood promise, dream statement thing that she did. I like that as well. Because I do want her to succeed, you know, she works hard. We had the whole thing with her and Waseda as well, that probably helped her a lot as well, so yeah, just do your best, I guess. And Baka, you know, Baka, just what can I say about Baka? A lot of shows, you know, have characters like these, the ones that are very loud and annoying and annoy the people around her, but they, you know, put up with her for one reason or another, because she's entertaining, or they just known her for a while, or because she has moments where she is quite nice and helpful. Like, you know, the reasons kind of sometimes vary a little bit about why they hang out with these type of characters, but a lot of these anime do have those type of characters, you know, so Baka plays that role. And she's, you know, she's fun enough, I suppose. She definitely, she's mean to people sometimes, so that's not great, but she was very entertaining. You know, she kept things moving, kept things interesting, so she was an important presence in the show, I would say. Even if she's not exactly my favorite character, you know, I am still glad that she was in the show. Regardless, she definitely had some very unique lines throughout the show. Unique ideas as well, about various things. See, anything else to really say? I've already talked more than I expected to about this. So, is there anything else? The ED. I liked what they did with the ED, where it made more and more sense as we watched the show. That's just a brilliant idea that I'm glad they did. That more shows should probably copy that. And the opening was just amazing because it was amazing. The song was very catchy. The visuals were good. Very unique, creative stuff. Like I could just listen to the opening on like MP3 player, you know. Wouldn't be the same without the visuals, but still, good song in its own right. And yeah, I think that's everything I really wanted to say. The show, you know, I almost didn't watch this show, but it did win a poll, so I'm glad for that, because this would have been very unfortunate to miss out on. So now that's over, all we can do is just wait here awkwardly and hope for a season 2. So hopefully we get one. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.